So I've talked about the customer value journey and how social media fits in. So with Twitter, the absolute key is social monitoring and listening. Because if you don't have a huge following on Twitter, it's really difficult to generate awareness and drive traffic to your outside content. But not having a presence can really hurt your business because people are using Twitter as a customer service channel. They're asking customer questions, making complaints, and you need to be there to engage and solve those problems. It also can be a great channel for engagement. And the way to do that is going to be quirky and fun with your Twitter. So unlike the other social media channels that we've already talked about, Twitter is not going to be great for awareness. There's just too much noise. But it's the ideal channel for social monitoring and listening because people will tag your brand, they'll mention you, give you feedback on your products and services, ask questions. So you want to have an active presence to engage with your customers. So where Twitter fits in the customer value journey? Yes, you can increase awareness of your brand because your target audience won't buy from you unless they know you exist. So this is key for all of your social media channels. But remember, it's going to be more difficult to generate awareness generally on Twitter. Drive engagement. So that's what we're talking about: retweeting, commenting, replying, sharing your content with their followers. That's something that you can do on Twitter, and the key here is to develop that relationship so you get the prospects to take action. You can even encourage happy customers to advocate for your brand and even actively promote it by sharing their experience with their followers. So why use Twitter? There's 330 million active users, so these are people who are actively engaging and looking at Twitter. There's 145 million plus daily active users. And Twitter's actually good for a younger audience. 45% of 18 to 24-year-olds in the United States are using Twitter. So that's more than Reddit, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Twitter ads are something that you want to look at because Twitter ad engagement is actually up 23%. And Twitter users spend 26% more time with Twitter ads than with other social media ads. Also, it's free to use. It allows you to share and promote your brand quickly. You can expand your brand's reach. And the number one key is to provide quick customer service and support. So it also works as a search engine tool. So you can actually do competitive research. You can search your competitors and see the content they're posting and the type of engagements they're getting. Also, prospects, so people on Twitter, are also using it as a search engine tool. So they're searching for certain topics, and you want to make sure that your brand appears in their search. The number one key is it allows you to converse with your followers, share your latest company updates. That could be a new blog post. It could be an exciting product release, and address your audience in a timely manner. So here we have a few examples of how you can promote your content on Twitter. You can share a new blog post, and there are certain tools that you can set up where it'll automatically publish to Twitter. And the key is to engage with people who are tweeting at you. So you see this tweet tags us at Digital Marketer, and he's showing him doing one of our courses. And so then we engage with him. Awesome, Tom, you got this. And so a tip here is you can add GIFs right in your replies. And here we have from Duncan. You'll see down here it says promoted. So you can actually pay to promote and amplify your tweets. So this is great for new product releases, new content, events, and big marketing campaigns that you want to get more eyeballs on. The key here is to share regularly because tweets only last about 18 to 24 minutes. You can take that one blog post and you can tweet it regularly, change up the copy, maybe change the image, make a video. So don't think that you just tweet once and you're done because of the short lifespan of tweets. So tweet regularly so you stay top of mind to your followers. So awareness. So we talked about it's very difficult to generate awareness with Twitter. And so the key here is to run ads. So with hundreds of millions of tweets, your tweets are going to get lost in the mix. So that's why many brands choose to run Twitter ads. So you pay to get your message in front of the users who are most likely to take action on your content. So the great thing is that Twitter ad engagement is actually up 23% as of 2019. And Twitter users tend to engage with ads more than ads on other social media channels. Okay, so you have a couple of options here. You have promote mode versus Twitter ads. One is like a set it and forget it. So this is if you're new to advertising and you just don't have the time, you can use promote mode. It's an always on, hands-off approach where they're gonna take your first 10 tweets and automatically promote them. Or you can set up a Twitter ad campaign. This is gonna give you more control, and it's great if, say, you're promoting one product, but you have multiple creatives that you wanna use. So it just depends on your bandwidth and your level of expertise and your goal, whether you choose promote mode or set up an actual Twitter ad campaign. So Twitter ads are ideal for growing your followers and increasing that brand awareness. Remember, tweets are getting lost in the stream, so this is a way to get more eyes on your content. You can choose between different objectives, like engagements. So that would be encouraging retweets, replies, clicks, even video views, app installs, and website clicks or conversions. So that's when you want to send people to a landing page where they will convert. So use the awareness objective when you want as many people as possible to see your tweet. Choose your audience targeting, set up your campaign budget, and you're ready to go. So one thing you'll see a lot of brands using is promoted tweets. So you've definitely seen them. It seems like every other tweet is a promoted tweet. And these are just tweets that you pay to display to people who are not already following you. Like regular tweets, they can be acted on. They can be retweeted, replied to, and liked. So they're going to appear in targeted users' timelines or even their profiles and at the top of search results. So the key here is you're going to pay for every single engagement you receive on your promoted tweet, so pay per engagement. You can also encourage users to follow your brand with promoted accounts, or you can promote a hashtag as a trend. So promoted tweets are ideal for driving traffic to your webpage, a big announcement, a new content piece, a marketing campaign, and an upcoming event. You may have noticed, like around the Super Bowl, you'll see a lot of those promoted tweets around marketing campaigns. So here's a few examples. Brands that have a spokesperson will use the spokesperson within their promoted tweet, like Flo from Progressive. You can also use videos to drive interest and engagement, or you can let your images do the talking like Airbnb. So the key here with promoted tweets is that you want to make your creative and your copy stand out. Okay, so now we're going to talk about engagement and the 5 main types on Twitter. So what is Twitter engagement? Simply, it's the actions that people take on your Twitter content. And I can tell you how relevant that content is to your target audience. So if you're tweeting regularly and you're getting no engagement, that's an indication that your content isn't relevant. The average engagement, about 0.46%, is lower than most social media channels. However, 15% of people will unfollow a brand within 3 weeks if that brand hasn't done enough to keep them engaged. And the average lifespan of a tweet is 18 to 24 minutes. So you have a short amount of time to make that impression. The 5 main Twitter engagement types. You have liking. That's just a quick way for someone to indicate that they like what you've tweeted. Retweeting your tweet. That means they want to share that content with their followers. Responding to your tweet. So that means they found it engaging enough to actually type out a response. And so here's where you want to engage in a conversation with that person. Mentioning your brand in a separate tweet, that's more of a public conversation. Because if your handle is tagged, your brand name, or even your brand in a hashtag, everyone can see that. And even clicking a link. So that's just driving people to your external site from your tweet. So how can you increase Twitter engagement? The number one key is to make sure your tweets are relevant to your target audience and you tweet often. You're going to want to focus on short and surprising, funny or inspiring tweets, or long and in-depth tweets that really teach someone something, and then taking your best performing tweets and promoting them. So here are some additional ways you can increase your Twitter engagement. Engage with other users' content. That means liking, responding, retweeting. They'll be more likely than to share yours. Reach and engage relevant accounts. So build those brand partnerships and share each other's content. Know when your audience is active on Twitter and tweet during those peak times. And remember, tweet often. Share a variety of content. So test out images, videos, lists, polls, just text. See what works. And encourage engagement by adding a compelling call to action. And this is key for all of your social media channels. You're going to want, what do you want your audience to do after reading that tweet? And make it clear. You can also use trending topics and fun social media holidays to reach more people. You just got to make sure they're relevant to your brand. The number one key is to always provide value. So here we have JetBlue. They took advantage of a trending social media topic, which is the Dolly Parton challenge, and they gave their own spin on it. And then we have Innocent Drinks. So they used a surprising graphic to get people to engage. You can use longer tweets like MIT to dive further into a topic and actually inform and educate your audience. You can use your tweets to inspire your audience. A great way to do that is to feature customer stories like General Electric did. And here we have an example from Digital Marketer where we use a large image and short to the point copy to drive traffic to our blog post. And here's where we mentioned a brand. So we mentioned Moz and shared a valuable resource, and they replied to us. So that's building that relationship. So you can quickly check for your engagements and your mentions. You can use Twitter notification or third-party social apps to keep track of the conversations that are happening around your brand and the engagements you're getting. So just filter by all if you want to see all the likes and retweets. If you just want to see people who have tagged your handle, you can switch to mentions.